So we've got our little bonus question here. And, I would like to speak to the next generation of dancers. How do we keep tango going by having a newer crop of dancers come into the social world of Argentine tango? So you've worked with youth.
Hmm.
You're a dancer yourself, I would love for you to kind of speak to this topic. How do we appeal
Cool.
or get
Yeah.
that next generation?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think there are a couple of things going on here. I think one is kind of developmental psychology. Um, I just shared a story recently about a kind of a go-to speech that I give to young people and adults. And in this, as part of this, I ask people, hey, if you can sing, raise your hand. Well, anybody middle school age up, anybody 12 years or older, when you ask, hey, who can sing, you get about 5% of the population. Whether it's 20 people or 400 people, you get about 5% of the people kind of raise their hand. And then I take that speech in a different direction. Well, I got asked to speak to fourth and fifth graders one time. And so I took this proven speech and this young group of students and said, how many people here can sing? Well, the whole gymnasium raised their hand. There were 400 fourth graders, like ready to sing. And there went my speech right out the window. But I say that because developmentally, what happens to kids when they get into middle school and high school, there's some cultural stuff going on there. But there's also some developmental psychology stuff that's going on there. And part of it is like adults are stupid and they're doing this push away from authority. And it's a good, healthy thing. It's the, hey, push the bird out of the nest kind of stuff. It's really neat. It just means, oh no, I got a teenager in my household. It means that kind of stuff. And so to me, work with developmental psychology. I would get in to see young people. I would get in to start this process when they're in second, third grade, when they've got the kinetic ability to start learning dance, because they start teaching dance in good curriculums in kindergarten, in first grade, and the second grade. Tango is difficult, so you can start building the basis of it, probably in the middle of the elementary school years. And then again, we look for healthy communities to be a part of, and kids want to belong. And when I started square dancing as a kid, I started in first, second, and third grade. And so when it came into those formative developmental psychology years, that was one of my sense of belonging, was belonging to a square dance club. And people laugh at me now, like, you're in a square dance club, ha ha ha. Well, it was a lot of, I had just a ton of fun and tried to get involved again with square dance, and it's grown beyond my ability to square dance anymore. It's a new world in the square dance, but it really helped me as a middle school, high schooler who buckles under peer pressure to be good enough at something. If you're good enough at something, you're going to defend it. If you like it enough, you're going to defend it and go, yeah, well, I'm having fun, so too bad. You don't have to like square dancing. I'm into it, and I like going, and it's a way for me to get away. I don't have to be with my parents on Thursday nights. I get to go to the Grange Hall and square dance. So I would start young. I would also piggyback off of. There's some massive popularity with these new dance programs, kind of the competition kind of dance programs, the reality TV stuff. There's some momentum there. And in my last 5 or 6 years of teaching, I saw dance kind of going from not so cool to very cool. Hey, people winning $100,000 and getting into movies and all this kind of stuff. That I think dance in general has kind of turned pop culture. I would take advantage of pop culture, and I would take advantage of developmental psychology. And to me, that gives. I always look for a purpose to teach, and what a beautiful way to dance, but to dance with purpose. I mean, what a more beautiful act of any kind, whether it's teaching or dancing, is to dance with purpose. We're going to dance with a purpose to expose you to something beautiful that you've never seen before, and we're going to give you the opportunity to step in and be a part of our community. You know, go do half a dozen of these things. You've now just reached out to a couple thousand people. If 0.1% bite, you got 20 kids. That's pretty exciting.
Mhm.
Now you start age groups. Then you start moving them up. Hey, we're going to start having competitions citywide. There's real opportunity there with purpose. So, and you're stepping into that concept of if our mission and vision is strong, it should be around change. It should be around growth and sharing this gold and this love that you have to other people. And what a way to share it by giving people a way to relieve stress and live a healthy lifestyle. And when you're giving kids the ability to belong to a community, you're making the world a better place. And I just think there's all kinds of magic stuff happening there.
Yeah, certainly. And you mentioned, you know, competition, like use the competition, use pop culture to help the momentum. You know,
Yeah.
how, because there's, you know, there can be controversy around social dancing and competition. But
Yeah.
you're really looking and referring to competition as being something that is a culture in its own right, but
It
also
is.
it can also feed the social atmosphere.
Yep. Yeah, there's healthy competition, there's unhealthy competition. And again, that's your core values. We're going to make sure this is healthy competition. And we want it to reflect the natural world, the natural order. And in the natural order, there's going to be one Super Bowl champion. There's going to be one World Series champion. And that's reality. And it doesn't mean everybody else is a loser. There's all kinds of things to make somebody feel good about what they're doing. You spent the most time. You were here every time. You grew the most. You know, and as long as that award is authentic and genuine and real and not contrived, that's where competition gets a really bad name. You know, we are beautiful, wonderful people doing beautiful things like tango because of competition. It's when competition gets out of control and one group starts controlling everything, it's no longer competition, that's contrived. As much as giving every second grader a soccer trophy because they all played. One's just as contrived as the other.
Yeah. And healthy competition encourages growth. You know, I want to be the best. I want to, you know, develop. Whether I make it to the top or not, the benefit is mine.
Absolutely. And the world wins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Stan.
You bet, Judith.